What is up, guys? Max Wilson back at you with another one. Got my boy Cody Solberg. We are out here in the great Bay of Green Bay, my favorite place on the entire world, and we are out here chasing some post-spawn walleyes again. I mean, this is, you're gonna see a lot of walleyes on this channel. My bad, not sorry. But what we are doing today is I'm going to show you guys my top baits for post-spawn walleyes. They're just coming off the spawn, they're getting really hungry, they're putting the feed bag on right now. And so there's a lot of different ways that I like to target these post-spawn walleyes and how I choose my techniques based off the conditions. And I'm gonna dive in depth, show you guys exactly why I choose what I choose when I choose it. So stay tuned, got a lot of great content coming up. Removed. Nice. Hooked up. We are hooked up. Get the Ranger, Cody.
The Ranger.
Get the Ranger.
Coming in hot.
That was the lamest bite ever. Just kind of opened his mouth there. Feels like a good heavy fish though.
You want me to net it for you?
Yeah, you just don't
Knock it off?
Yeah, don't pull a Logan.
Don't dunk it.
Ooh, look at him down there, Cody.
It's beautiful.
God, dude, he's got such beautiful color.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, right in the face mouth there, eh? Got him. Smoked it.
Nice one, buddy.
Yeah, yeah there, eh?
First one of the day.
Nice little posty. Right there. Beautiful post-spawn walleye. These fish are just sitting up on these pieces of structure, just recuperating. They're feeding, they're sunning themselves. We got flat calm. You know, a lot of times, guys, you think it goes flat calm on the bay. A lot of people think, oh, I gotta go deep, I gotta go deep. You know, these fish push deep, especially in this clear water. A lot of times, especially in the spring, that fish came out of 5 feet of water. You know, a lot of times they'll go super shallow and they'll just sit there, sun themselves because the water's a little bit warmer. When the water's warmer, there's gonna be more bait fish up there. There's just gonna be more life in general. So those walleyes follow the life. It's flat calm, like I said in other videos, guys, with hair jigs. When selecting hair jigs, one of my favorite things to do on a flat calm day like this is pick that round ball. This round ball jig has probably caught, oh, probably 40-50 walleyes in the last couple days, but they cannot resist that little tail. But beautiful fish, beautiful start. Let's get that girl home.
A few moments later.
I think this is a smallmouth.
Really?
Yeah. Might be. No, it's a walleye.
Yeah, it only took 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Look at him down there.
Look at that.
Nice, dude.
Look at that. Look at that. Cold water wartime. This is just, he needs some like skincare routine or something. See, this walleye is going through puberty. I was there, bud. Trust me, it gets better. Yeah, we actually went through a little bit of a cold stretch there, not gonna lie. We've done one long pass, came back to where we started. We're kind of dialing in where these fish are. It's taking us a while, but they're actually up shallow right now. That fish came out about 10 feet of water. Problem is you can't have your boat that shallow. You got to really make bomb casts up in there, and they're hitting at the end of the cast. But nice little 22, 23 incher there, eh? It's the thing you got to do when it gets flat calm on these post-spawn fish. They're extremely tired after, you know, doing their thing. So they're trying to regain their strength, just kind of relax, feed when they want to feed. I've noticed this time of year there's really strong bite windows. That's the one thing to keep in mind when you're fishing post-spawn fish. It's not always first light, last light. Those are always going to be your prime times, but like yesterday is a great example. From 10, I've noticed, especially on the bay, from about 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, you're going to get a midday feeding window. I've had some days where, you know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we've come out, fishing, you know, it went flat calm on us day like today, and it's usually not a recipe for success, and I've absolutely just beat the brakes off of them. And then I've had, like yesterday is a great example, we've had almost 50 fish on my guide trip, and then came out, Cody, and what did we catch yesterday? 5, 6?
Something like that.
Yeah, and we didn't whack them. All day I was sitting there licking my chops waiting for that last light, and it's just that wasn't the prime feeding window, you know. So that's the one thing keep in mind this time of year, is really pay attention to your feeding windows. And you know, when it goes flat calm midday like this, try sliding up shallow. You know, we are sitting in 44-degree water temps, and we were just fishing about 500 yards down, and it was all the way down to 41. So that's another factor that you really want to pay attention to. And when you get those change in water temps, start playing with your cadence. That's what I was doing a little bit. These fish go negative, then you can do one of two things when the fish go negative. You can either speed up your cadence, get a little more of a snap and trigger a bite, or crawl it, just barely swim it. Give those fish an extra second to look at it. So you're either going to trigger a feeding response, and that's kind of what that slower reaction is. That fish is just, it decides it wants to eat it. Whereas if you go to more reaction type of response, that's when you're not really giving that fish much of a chance. It's gonna smack it just to see what it is, you know, kind of inspect it before it wants to eat it. Either way, whether it's a feeding or a reactionary strike, I don't care, as long as I get in the boat. So let's go catch like 50 more. So one of my favorite things to do, target these walleyes this time of year, is I love throwing number 7 ripping wraps. That is a staple, whether it's the hair jig or the ripping wraps. I use it as a 1-2 punch. These fish are pretty aggressive. I'll throw these, but if they're a little more negative, one of the things that I'll change on these ripping wraps to help trigger more bites is I like to change that back hook out. That back hook there, it's a VMC hybrid bladed treble. The reason why I love using that is because it gives a little more flash. So there's times where those walleyes are chasing, if they're a little more neutral, they're not really inhaling the bait. Those bladed trebles are really nice because that gives a little more flash behind the bait. If they're following it, they're just kind of pinning it, nipping at it. That bladed treble is just a little something extra to really ensure them to eat. You know, just trigger a lot more bites. It works really well on those flat calm days like we have today. We're getting a little bit more wind now, but one of the great things to do is add that, especially on those negative neutral days, and that'll trigger a lot more bites for you. The other thing I like to do when picking color for really anything, custom from Viper Custom Tackle, this is my Chrome Craw creation. Craw is one of my favorite colors, but they don't have a chrome version. I'm not really big on custom colors per se, and custom patterns. It's more of shades. I like chrome based baits on sunny days and matte based baits on cloudy days, and we have a sunny day here, and a lot of these fish are feeding on crawfish, gobies, you know, other rock dwelling creatures, and so that's kind of why we came up with this Chrome Craw, something that I can throw on a sunny day. Best of both worlds, allows me to really focus on both areas that I'm trying to target. A lot of times people, when they're throwing ripping wraps, they want to sit there and hear the vibration miles away, and they feel like they gotta rip it almost to the surface. But the biggest thing with these is it's just a small little rip, and it's not a snap. It's all in the wrist. It's enough to feel that vibration. Like it's wrap, 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 and let it fall. Wrap, 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 let it fall. If you get fish that are, you know, a little bit warmer water temps, you can kind of speeding up your cadence, get a little bit of a higher rip. But I found when these fish are a little more neutral, a little more negative, you're dealing with cold water, just those small little vibrations can really make a difference.
A few moments later.
Counting down the seconds. Really?
YouTube, you see this, right? Cody Solberg's snagged up.
Double.
Well, we're going to get it. I catch a walleye, a really big one. Cody, get the net.
Oh my god.
That's a big one. Dude, he came out of like 4 feet of water. Look at him down there, dude. Get him.
I'm trying to make sure the rod doesn't go in the water. Yeah, that's nice.
You guys are my good luck charm. This big old hen was laying up there. Let's see how big. 25 and a quarter. 25 and a quarter, guys. Just a beautiful, healthy post-spawn walleye. You get these post-spawn walleyes, they go neutral, negative, kind of like these fish have been. Can't beat it. Well, guys, that's all for today's video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Cody, Thanks for being the net man. But if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and if you guys go over and follow this man right here, if you guys like any of my YouTube stuff, I take no credit for any of the editing or making me look good. I mean, that's really it's a tall task, and Cody's the man here.
It's difficult.
He does all the difficult work. I'm just the fish catcher. And so if you guys go over, like Cody Solberg, his link to his channel will be in the description. But stay tuned, I got a lot more coming. Looking forward to seeing you guys on the water.